Hey, this is Chris from Mission Capital, and today's video is a follow-up to last week's variance analysis, but what happens if I have some duplicates, which is a question that several people asked. A great question. So the first thing I want to know is, do I even have duplicates to begin with? I'm just going to use some conditional formatting to see if that jumps out. So I'm going to highlight my column, come over to conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, and then duplicate values, and click OK. And I can see right away two red examples popped up here, so I do know, okay, yes, I do have duplicates. So that's just helpful from a visual perspective. Then I'm going to copy this format over to my list here just to make sure. I'm going to paste special, the formats, to both of these columns. So I can see, okay, not only do I have duplicates in my master list here, but they happen to also be in the top 5, which is the primary issue. So customer 7 is repeating and customer 1 is repeating. And so what can I do with this information? Well, you can make a very overcomplicated index match formula using row and mod and all these other things to kind of strip out the duplicates, but I find that it's overly cumbersome and the formula is just going to be gigantic and really hard to understand. It's much easier to just do some simple workarounds because at the end of the day, all you really need to know are what are the customers that we need to talk about in our meeting. And so one of the easiest things you can do is just change your data slightly here. We can just add 1 cent to one of these. So I'm just going to add 0.01 there. The duplicates go away. You can see now it's customer 1 and 2 here. And I can also just add it here too, plus 1 cent. Right, it's not perfect, but big picture, these don't need to be exact matches. I just need to know what are my customers. So that's sort of the quick and easy way to do it. All of my duplicate indicators are gone, and I just have slightly modified formulas here. Right, not perfect, but again, I'm trying to think about what am I solving for. It's just the customer list. Another option I can do, if I back those out, is at the very end of the formula, I can add the random function just to make the numbers slightly different. So let me show you this. If I do random, and I keep hitting F9, which is to run calculations, you can see this gives me a random number between 0 and 1. So you can think about how this might add cents to the end of each of these numbers. To make it super small, I might just divide it by 1,000, something like that. As I keep hitting F9, you can see I'm just adding little tiny fractions of a cent to the end of the number. So let's go ahead and add that to the end of these formulas. So I can just open this up with F2, do plus random divided by 1,000. And you can see, even though they look the same, the duplicate has gone away. So I'm going to copy this formula down. So paste special my formulas. And now all of my duplicates are gone. And as I hit F9, this is running calculations. You can see over here, the customer list is sort of shuffling a little bit. 7878, here 1212. You know what? That's okay because I just want to know what are the top 5. And if they're the same, well, we've got to talk about them equally. But it's a little bit of a workaround just to make these numbers slightly different to get rid of your duplicates. And of course, you have to factor in the order of magnitude that this random function might have on your analysis. If you're talking about cents, it could be a problem. If you're talking about millions, it's just a great way to divide these up quickly and get the information you need. So I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks again. I'll see you in the next one.